Hello guys, and welcome to new GTK properties. Today we are going to talk about finding a child property. You already saw how we find and what we need to find the property if that exists. And now we are going to use almost the same ideology to find out what properties we are looking for if that exists for our object. So for this, as you already know, from the last videos where we were trying to find a special or a specific property, we had to work with GParam spec, and the same thing it is what we are going to do this. The only difference is the different function names. So now what do we need? We need to go to GTK container, and if you scroll down here you will find a function which is called right here GTK container class find property, which is a function which returns GParam spec and takes two parameters. The first one, it is an object class, and the second one, it is the property. And this is now what we are trying to do. Today we are going to find the properties. So for this, let me open another tab, and I'm going to search the header bar again, because I don't want to change with something new to create your confusion. It's enough if you know with an object and works with other objects as well. You already know that header bar has two child properties, the pack time and the position. And if you really want to know, or if you really want to be sure that nothing's happened in the new release where a property is gone or is marked as deprecated or something like this, you will want, before you set the property, to check if that property or the child property still exists. So for this you need this function. Okay, so we are going to declare GParam spec first. Now the way how the program looks like now, we have only a header bar with a title, nothing special, just that you know. Okay, so GParam spec, and of course let's call it property, because this is what we need. Once that we have it, we can call the GTK container find class property, because this is what we need now. Okay, so property, we are pointing the pointer to this function, and of course we need the class of the header bar. You already know this. So G object get class, and we are passing the header bar class because there it is the information which we need. And let's say find property. Let me do it like this, and let us create this find property as well. For this I'm going back right here, so const gchar and a pointer to const as well, and its name find property, and the name of this property should be, let us take one right here, the pack type for example, and we are going to pass it right here. Now that we have the find property, we're passing right here, and then the property should be there. So now we can check it. If property is not equal to null, which means we have it and this is what we need, then we can do const gchar, point to const again, and then we're going to say get name, because we need the name, or best say property name it is. And now we need the GParam spec get name. You already should be familiar with this function. If you're not, this means you didn't saw my last videos, so start again with the GTK properties playlist from the beginning, just to be sure that you understand what this function does. And then gprint the property name is %s, and then you could say now you just print your property name. Here I made a mistake, I need a new line, else else what I'm doing right now here. It happens things which I don't want to. Okay, now gprint there is no property called %s and then find property. Okay, so what we did now, we declared a property pointer to GPrimeSpec, and of course we are searching for the property called pack type. Once that we declare, we are pointing our property pointer to the GTK container class find child property, which takes two arguments. The first one, it is the class of the object which we need. In this case is the header bar, and the second one is the property name. Once that we get this information, we are checking if this one returns the property or null. Basically said if it's not equal to null, or maybe better said like this, if property, then we are getting the name of the parameter spec from the property, and once that we have, we print it. If it is not there, then we are printing there is no property called find property. Let me compile it and run it. The property name is pack type. You see, we got the property name. If something happens in the future and the pack type is not there anymore, let me use some other name. Let me, for example, let's say that pack type this property, it exists right now. If in future it's not there anymore and you do these checks, then you will get there is no property pack T. So this means here you are basically continue without setting new stuffs. This is very important, and here basically you set the new information which you need, because once that you have the property, then you can make some changes. Maybe you want to reset it to its default state, or maybe you want to do some new you want to set some new value to those properties, whatever. Basically what you need really to know, you need to know that to find the child property, to find if there exists a child property, you just need to call the GTK container class find property function, and then once that you pass its object class and property name, then you can be 100% if that property exists or not. That being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.